Hello and welcome to episode 38 of Demo Reviews. Today we're watching PaaniKz, playing on Dust 2. That he's an MGE, so let's see how well he plays in this game. They lose though, sadly, but oh well. Here to learn, get better. Better way to do that than to... Oh, we're starting off with the pistol round here. We're on T side. A nice stat track, Bunsen burner for the Glock. I was just going with armor, or if you want to support your teammates, you can always get nades, whatever. Let's do.
We're wasting time. Let's go.
Fast forward. I guess the AFK is trying to like it. Be there next time. Then help out your team. They know the last guy's on A. Did goosh him. You need to take your time a little bit more with your shots, and you probably would have killed him. But you AFK. Wasn't there quick enough to back up your teammates. Go to the next. Fast forward this, you can either buy. I think your teammates are going to force up, so you should probably force up too. Tech 9 armor and some nades. My recommendation. Something else. Alright, you get Tech 9 armor. It's not bad, you still save 700. Or, yeah, 700 in the bank. Turn down, you're reacted. And you guys have control of the site. Teammate kills. You guys should be getting you didn't have to go out there, right? Your teammate was covered by the boxes and you ran out window. If you were trying to get the gun, you could have just picked it up using E instead of running all the way out there exposing your body. Because they're probably going to have, like, again, SMGs or like maybe a rifle or something, like a bombos or something. But see on the left side here, they only have the machine guns. So if they're close, the machine guns are probably going to beat you if you're not really expecting it. And so you didn't really have to die there, that's a waste of armor. Now it looks like you're going to go for the AK armor buy. Really risky because we know they're going to be egoing. Or maybe forcing up, so if they do beat you in numbers, you can get overwhelmed. Happens too.
Let's go, let's go! Flashback! Flashback!
Right, try not to stop them. Try to keep moving out there so your teammate gets out. Crosshair was really above his head. Throwing a nade. Alright, so you know there's at least one or two there, judging by the different shots, guns. You don't have to walk here. You can look back and forth because they know you're already here. Walking slows it down, makes you shot for if they were pushing up. Now you're stuck in a okay, you had 13 bullets, and then you decide to reload. There's no reason to reload when you have that many bullets. You have enough to kill them in the head, right? Because they have no armor, no head armor, and it doesn't matter if they had head armor anyways. You didn't need to reload right away. Also, if you're gonna reload, get to a safer spot. So before you decide to reload, come around the corner back towards long, and then reload instead of doing it in the middle of no man's land. Your team's forcing up. You probably should have bought some armor. Everyone else is buying except for you. And now it's basically 4v5 for them, unless you bait your teammates. Shot mid, that's C, mid's open. Go one C. Crosshair placement was really bad. You were looking at the wall, re-aiming him through the wall instead of just hugging the corner, going with it. Go to the next round. Their teammates should be saving here. You could buy like Tech 9 armor and you'll still have enough to buy next round. Or Deagle. You also get just chest armor. Wound SRs. About a P90. Chest armor. Probably need one tap by an M4. Or even a USP.
I'm throwing a flashback.
You don't need to wait here. Nice shot. Far on that guy. Good crosshair placement at the head. You heard one long, you heard him walk. Maybe hide down to the left here by these stairs. But nothing really you can do, you only had a deagle and just a deagle, I mean, no chest armor. So now you guys won that round, you can buy full nades, which one thing I noticed wrong you just did was that you bought this Tech 9. You don't need to buy the Tech 9. It's a waste of $500. If you don't kill him with the AK, either you deserve to be dead or you hit him enough to where a Glock will be just fine. So now you're just wasting your economy by buying that Tech 9. And now let's see what you have to do. Going towards B.
Throwing a flashbang. Throwing a grenade.
Alright, you're peeking it. Alright, so this guy has some sort of AK rifle. Bad flash. Gotta learn your name. Also got a shadow shoe. Tell your teammates he's close right. You just running out there, throwing a bad flash gives away that you're going to be pushing it so they can get set ready for you. If you throw a deeper flash, he might not have been able to kill you, might have fell back. So you just kind of have to use that auto pistol. Luckily, from the last round, I was able to kill the first guy. You guys still lost that round. Now you decide to buy Molly 2 flashes. I probably would have got a smoke and a HE grenade.
Fire in the hole.
So you know there's at least one long. Crosshair placement. Definitely gotta work on your shot right there. Your crosshair was above his head. Tech 9 on a flash.
Let's go, people. Flashbang out.
So you flash long, throw a nade, this one's here. Alright, you're like pre-aiming the corner and you're not even close to the corner. So instead of trying to pre-aim it, hug the corner instead. If you don't know what that means, look up Dren's crosshair placement video. It'll really help you because your crosshair placement is not that good. What I've noticed from these 8 rounds I've already watched you from. So now, because you decided to buy a Tech 9 flash last round, you don't have enough to buy some nades this round.
We shall rule the day. Decoys out. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Alright, looks like you're going to keep working long. You know at least 1 or 2 plays there. Now you're just waiting for... Alright, look at your crosshair placement. Like, yeah, if you hit in the corner, you don't have to worry about mid, but now you're peeking out. So now your crosshair's not at the door where it should be.
Flashbang.
Just worried about if they push mid. If they push mid anyways, your crosshair's above their head.
Grenade.
So you don't hear anything long. 2v2 situation. You know there's at least one more B. Second guy was probably the long guy. Probably rotated through A because you haven't made contact yet. They know bombs and tunnels. You shouldn't be walking this, but then again you'll have a minute. So I mean you can, but you really don't need to. Now you're stuck in a 2v1 situation. Now you decide to run for some reason. To pick this guy and kill him. So you know the last guy was tunnels or around B. That's where you killed 1 or 2 of your teammates. Bombs and tunnels. Good. Checking your corners. Crosshair placement's still kind of bad. So you're able to clutch it. Now you should buy some nades. You do.
Let's get this over with.
Why do you keep buying this Tech 9? Again, waste the $500. You don't need to waste your money on that. Bad economy advantage.
I'm throwing flashbang.
So flash for your teammate.
Throwing flashbang.
Another one. Now, look at how close you are to your teammate. He was too far ahead of you. Now you can't trade the kill. It's this crosshair. By the time you peek out, will already be reset, and just worry about recoil.
Laying down smoke.
Just like that. If you were closer to your teammate that round, you would have been able to trade because you probably wouldn't be able to spray transfer onto you, especially with the AUG.
Throwing fire.
Now
Grenade
you're
out.
coming inside here.
Throwing flashbang.
Decide to re-peek it without fully covering yourself so he can just spray down and kill you, which happened. And that's what happened. And your pre-aim again was a little off.
Let's go, my flashbang.
AK full nade.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Incendiary. Incendiary out.
One guy pushed mid. Again. That guy that killed you is not the guy that usually plays long. You kind of assume through game sense that there's probably too long. Or maybe the guy that usually kills you with the AUG fell back to site. So you can at least assume there's like at least still 2A. You should tell your teammates. Probably doing a 2-2 split or a 2-1-1. Alright, so your teammates, you're gonna force, you're forcing 2. This buy is actually pretty decent. Tech 9's pretty strong. As well as you got 4 nades. I like this. Let's hope you can use them effectively.
Throwing a flashback.
These flashes are good.
Throwing a flashback.
No problem with the flashes either.
Incendiary. Throwing flashbang.
Able to pick up the op. You know, there's one guy mid picking with an op. And you know, there's one guy long. Alright, just hold the control.
Laying down smoke.
Through this. No, not the 4v4 situation. Your teammates are going towards cat, and I'm assuming you're going to go long because you want to kind of split it. I'm assuming, right? Unless you're trying to bait your teammates or something. So as we can see, no one's picking corner. You can probably think, alright, if there's a guy here, he's probably going to be pit or around pit somewhere.
I'm throwing a flashback.
Again, he's not picking, and now they see the bomb, so they should be, pit should probably be the best place you should be looking. You don't clear it, you just run out and you die. Time for this round, poor economy again. Looks like you're forcing up there, and you buy a taser, waste some money.
Smoke. Throwing fire.
Right, you kill your teammate. Done.
Throwing smoke.
So again, no one's peeking the corner. Just pit, you fire him. Shots, thankfully he's bad, misses his shots, and you know one guy that shot. Tech 9 armor, last round, 2 flashes. So you know there's one guy mid, you throw a flash, any good player will see that, but he's bad, so it doesn't turn for him. Okay, but kill him, solid. Alright, there's like a shitload of things you did wrong there. One, you killed the guy and you fell back. That was smart. First thing you did wrong was come back towards mid, because they know you are mid and they're going to assume you're mid, so they're going to pre-aim you, be ready to shoot you. Second of all, you threw the flash off the wall, and then you looked at it for some fucking reason. So that was mistake number 2. And then, because of that, you weren't able to look at this guy and shoot the guy that was going to kill you right now. And so those are like a couple of the mistakes you just made right there that I just don't even know. Nice good tapping. Nice tapping. Alright, so you had good crosshair placement, right? Because they were coming straight at you, straight in a straight line from the door, because that's the only way you can come out of a long double doors. But as soon as they started going side to side like this guy was, right, counter strafing side to side, you weren't able to hit your shots. That means, it tells me you have good crosshair, like, or decent crosshair placement at the start, but if they're swerving around you, your crosshair is just not quick enough to catch up to them, and because of that, they're able to kill you if they keep doing that. So just gotta work on your tracing abilities. Thankfully, your teammates are able to win the round. You buy an M4 and head armor, chest armor, and a flash. I wouldn't do this. You know they're gonna either be forcing up with Tech 9 armor or something, and they're gonna be rushing together. So you're using the A1 that only has 20 bullets, so you can hit all your bullets or at least spray them down and make them a little scared. Now you're gonna boost up your teammate, and you have one teammate going long. As you can see, they're going up cat. You should be making contact there. You come back. Waste of a flash. You shouldn't throw it. Throw the flash straight at him, so it's gonna go past him. Again, the AD strafing is just your fucking kryptonite. You can't hit him. That guy though, you should know the guy killed your teammate CT. You should have known this. And you probably should have, like, you know, when your teammate died, like, where the fuck did my teammate die at? Because this is the last guy, like, what happened? And you should have known he was CT, or they should have called it out for you, but you didn't have the game sense to realize that, and he was able to kill you. Thankfully your teammates still won the round 2v1, which they should have.
Let's get this done.
Okay. Mistake number 1. Buy an M4 again. Why? Then you buy only chest armor. Like, blocks can kill you. If they're close enough, they can kill you in one shot. And so what's going on here is, as we can see, they bought last round. So now they have to definitely full save. You should have bought like a Mac 10. Think about how the economy of the enemy team is going to be if they force up like that. You should know they're not going to force up this round. And if they do, Mac 10 should easily be able to beat like Glock, P250s, maybe sometimes even the Tech 9, depending on what position you're at. So the Russian B.
Grenade.
So, alright, so you should know where two of them, all three of them should be at. You saw the one guy cross, you should have seen the nade fly across your screen that went towards window, and you should know the guy's car. So you should know this guy's back plat, you should know the guy's somewhere on site, maybe by door, and the other guy's by car. Alright, he's bad, he's still guy by car's dead, so you know the guy plat's the last guy. Holy shit, that was horrible by you. Horrible spraying. Now, if you do M4 chest armor, they'll be okay because they're gonna have AKs and shit. So it doesn't matter if you fucking buy. Alright. Like number 1, you buy head armor. Why do you buy head armor? Look at the guns they have. They have 2 SGs and 2 ops. How much do they do to your head? Ops do 400 plus damage. SGs do 100 and like 15, 120. So no matter if you have head armor or not, it doesn't even fucking matter because they're gonna do more than 100. So you don't need head armor when they're buying full guns. Secondly, you buy your fucking stupid ass CZ Tech 9 again. So that's just a waste of money. You're just spending money on useless shit.
We're wasting time. Let's go.
Oh, let's see what happens. You gotta drop the gun, thankfully. And then you bought a fucking P250 after you bought your CZ. Or even if that wasn't your CZ.
Flashback.
Fucking CZ is. Nice shot. Dude, now these were some decent sprays. Definitely your best gun control I've seen. Throw the molly, away your position. He could have ran out, and as we can see, he did run out. But again, you can't think about the timings they'll have, and you're probably gonna die here. Holidays by you. But again, you went and hid, right, to pull out your nade. So you gotta think, in that short amount of time, can someone push out and hide behind blue? I know that because I know timings, because it takes about 2 seconds to cross. Maybe even less if they run out with their knife. But you just ran out, assumed he wasn't there because you killed 4 and you just threw a molly and you're like, oh, okay, I don't know. He's not there, I guess. And then he almost killed you. Should have killed you, but he's bad. Your spray, though, this round was definitely really good. They didn't know what to do. They can hit you. And you were able to kill him.
Let's go. Deploying flashback.
Flash, do some flash. Find your teammate. You have the op right now, so you're holding long. Your teammate's in pit, you can just rotate off and help cat or go watch mid. Too long after you guys establish that they're not rushing in.
Grenade out.
You have an op on cat too. Maybe go towards mid, right? Let that other guy mid go towards B. Doing 2-1-2. Okay, if for some reason, I don't know if there's a guy there or what.
Smoke.
Throw a smoke, miss your smoke. Solid. And they killed your guy mid. Could still be a guy cat. But you just run up. If you would have peeked, you probably would have died. Now you're holding mid, you have 1B, and your B guy just died. Watching cross is okay. By the time your teammate died, I would have rotated towards mid, cross mid, and make sure mid was clear. So they're lower. Your teammate should call there, might be coming out mid here. You're in a bad spot. You should be getting in the side or something. Alright, you're peeking wide. I don't know why you're peeking wide. You're trying to get the pick if they're more. Like, as we can see, there's 3 here, right? There's one guy, this works out for you. Because you have the op, they should have a rifle, or maybe they have the op too, and you beat them. But as we can see, there's multiple guys out here, and if they all peek you at the same time, you're gonna die. Because you're so wide, you don't have the boxes to your right for cover. So obviously, they don't peek at the same time. But they're just bad. Good players will be able to trade out their teammates a lot faster than this, and you're able to take advantage of their shittiness. mid.
Fire in the hole.
Make sure it's not a long rush, and you should be rotating towards mid or maybe towards CT spawn, right? Just in case inside the rush mid, because they picked your mid guy. No reason for you to be holding long unless your teammate's going to rotate and watch it. So your teammate's rotating, watching it, as I can see. They're going out mid. Your teammate should have seen that. You're giving up long. There's no reason to give up long yet. And you were trying to push up to CT spawn. Your teammate wasn't watching it properly, and you died. Teammate's fault, not yours that round. They win that round, 12-9. If you guys win this round, they could probably still buy it because they had about 4 people live last round. Never mind if you do win this round. So you're buying up. Your teammates are saving, so you're either going to be the only one that has armor. Nice shot by you.
Throwing fire.
Throw fire. Sight. You should know there's 1 or 2 long.
Deploying flashbang.
Throw flash grenades, so now that you know there's 1 more on site, could be anyone. They can probably assume there's about 2 away. Alright, they probably should think there might be 1 or 2 more A still. Teammate dives mid. The teammate's coming towards A with you. He's open. As we can see, they're coming up cap though. Teammate kills you by accident because he's bad. It's the next round.
We will defeat the mercenaries. Throwing a flashbang.
Alright, you're able to force up a little bit here. Buy a deagle instead of buying nade. Maybe you got that drop, I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. Again, try not to waste your money if you don't have to.
Throwing flashbang.
Decent flash right here. Decent spray control. He's under you. Nah, he got a good shot. That was a good spray control by you on those 2 guys. That much. Go to the next round. You guys win that round. Solid. Get a drop. Or no, you don't get a drop. Like, you buy it up. Let's look at their economy real quick. They won 2 in a row. Both of them times they had 3 or more guys that live. Probably gonna buy up this round, so you don't need to buy head armor. You could buy nades instead. So just keep that in mind. Or you could have got a drop from this fucking Gordo guy. Just, you know, keep that in mind. They flash, you got tagged. So you should know there's 1 out there. You wide peek it a little bit. Again, you still know there's 1 opera out there. Down. But the second guy's there to trade him out. Again, if you had like a couple more flashes, you better flash yourself into peek or smoke it off. That way you can cross the pit. You're forcing up Famas, or maybe you got that drop that again I didn't see. They're gonna be having guns again, you're gonna be head armor. Could've got a smoke or another flash. Spray there. Tagged him once or twice. Like. Yeah, you hit him twice for 38. My teammate's getting interaction mid, he kills both. Should be able to win this round now. 5v3, the only way you throw this. Or 5v2 I should say. If you push and throw that. Thankfully your teammate's still able to win that. Two of them are forcing up. Now you just don't even have armor, so I'm gonna be surprised if you died this round. That
Deploying flashbang.
died again. I don't know what armor does, or maybe you just misbot, so you don't get aim punched as hard. And as we can see, you just got aim punched there and couldn't kill those guys. You guys lost that round. Now you only have 1400. They dropped the Famas. Again, you don't. They just won an eco round. They're definitely gonna be buying up AKs, ops, whatever. You don't need the head armor.
Friends. Grenade out. I'm throwing. I'm throwing flashbang. Flashbang.
Throwing a flash, that's giving away that there's 1 more B. So keep in mind when you throw a flash like that, they know that you're there. Pop flash. Nice spray. Spray, thankfully that guy's bad. Yeah, now you have bomb down. Good play by you.
Incendiary out.
You have a teammate watching mid. I don't think you should be in this position. Be aware of what your teammates are watching, which you should be watching. So you should probably be watching tons. If he's getting contact now, you might be able to come out here and help him. CT, you just don't react quick enough. Thankfully your teammates still have it. And it looks like this might be the final round. And now you have chest armor and M4. Maybe you should have got a fall mouse. Wait and make nades. Nades are very important. Makes a difference. Looks like they're all rushing out long. Looks like we can go the long way around.
I am planting the bomb.
2v1 situation. Frame down, nice. Alright, so one more round. Here's the last round. See what happened to you. Oh wow, there's an anti-eco. So we're gonna rush him. 5. So I think you just threw a shitty flash. Because you don't know any good flashes, and you blinded yourself kind of, but they were already up by the time your flash got off. Because of that you died, and you guys lose this round. GG's. Definitely a very easily 15-15 draw you could have made of this. So now I'm just going to take it over to the scoring section where I give you a grade and think how you played this demo. Alright, here we see your scoring section. Yeah, 34 out of 100 to me. That's basically like Golden Nova Master MGE, just kind of how you played this game. In my eyes, kind of how it looked like. So we'll go over each individual score here, and I'll tell you how I graded them and why I gave you these points. So first one's aim, and under that we have accuracy, which I gave, or I mean, first one you have crosshair placement. I gave you a 3 out of 10. The only reason why you got 3 was because you had some like head level ish most of the time. The other times though, it's just your crosshairs just looks like it's not really concentrated, or you're like pre-aiming like too far and it's just really off from where it should be. When you come around corners or when you're pushing up, or if you're gonna pre-aim, make sure you aim at the head all times, as well as make sure you hug the corner if you're coming around one. And I didn't notice you did that. You did not do that, I should say. Sometimes, again, you did pre-aim a few times on T side, but you were just really off. So when you peeked, crosshair wasn't the closest it should be, or like shouldn't be, wasn't dead on to where you can barely to the corner and your crosshair was like right there. But instead, you would have to wide peek it, and then your crosshair would be on him. And because of that, it's just a really bad peek in general, and you died a couple times because of it. So I gave you 3 out of 10 there. Definitely needed to work on. Next part is accuracy. I gave you a 5 out of 10. I thought you had not bad, not good, just all right accuracy, and that's basically recoil control. And the reason why you had decent recoil control with your M4, your AK, I definitely needed to work on. As well as your pistols, when you spray them, try to either be close range or tap them to get better accuracy with them. Don't be like slow taps, like tap, tap, tap. Be like tap, 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 instead of tap, 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 because that's kind of how you were with the Tech 9. You were able to get a few kills with that, but if you were a little bit smarter and with like knowing when to change it up, probably could have got a few more kills with it, as well as playing better positions, what I'll get to later. Then is trigger discipline. I gave you a 3 out of 5. Basically, that is knowing when to tap, burst, and spray. It kind of looked like to me you kind of understood that, like the basics of it. You just didn't implement it too much from what I saw. When you did, you almost killed them, or your crosshair replacement was just off again. You gotta know where to aim. Make sure your crosshair's on them, because sometimes you were just aiming above their heads or maybe below at their chest. So that rounds you off to 11 out of 25. It's an okay score. Again, it's almost around 50%, so it's a little more on the bad side, but not too bad and not good. Then we come to movement. So under movement, we have just a regular movement category, which is knowing when to run, to walk, knowing when you can give away your position, when you can run out there, basically like that. So if you're close, if you're trying to be sneaky like you were a couple times, try not to run too much. And if you're going to commit to being sneaky, commit all the way. Just because your teammate dies doesn't mean that should tell you to keep running, right? Because there's no point in running if you're already walking up there. Also, like when you guys were long and you were trying to watch you guys' back as on T side, you were like slow walking to go PK long. Like they already know you're long. If they're gonna peek you, they're gonna peek you. They're not gonna be. If they're holding it, just go wide and kill them. Or like if they'll probably be pushing out to come and kill you, so they'll be moving. So you can either hear them or you can just run out and actually basically catch them off guard. There's no point to slow walk it because that's just giving them time to get closer, especially if they have pistols. You don't want to get that close range. You want to try to face them as far as possible, especially because you have a rifle. Then is positioning. I gave you a 4 out of 10. I thought you had, again, okay positioning. A little more, again, on the bad side. Not too good. Definitely need to change up your spots. On CT side, on T side, your positioning was questionable sometimes. Like when you went long, you would just stand in the doorway in the beginning where you had a good spawn for long. Definitely could have been the CTs out towards long, just contested them a little bit, then fall off before they threw that nade that they usually threw. Instead, you would just wait at the door, take like some nade damage without even seeing anybody, without confirming how many are long, and die. If you're gonna hide behind the double doors as a T player, hide in the crevice of it, and then aim at the door. But if you're gonna be peeking wide, like near the car, the most important thing you have to worry about is the doors, because they'll come out first. If they come up mid, you're probably gonna be dead anyways, because your teammate's not watching it. So again, it's just someone has to be watching your mid for you. And if they don't do that properly, you blame them for you dying because it's basically their fault. If you're watching their long, they don't have to worry about that. That's your job. Then it comes to rotations. I give you a 1 out of 10. On CT side, definitely gotta rotate faster. It took you way too long to rotate. There's one around where your CT with the op, just watching the cross. I definitely try to get cross faster. As soon as your guy dies in tunnels, you should be trying to get over there as fast as possible, try to get a pick, get close to the doors. But you're so far away that if they smoke that off, plant the bomb, it'll take you about 3 or 4 seconds to get there. And then again, you're still going to have the op, so it's going to be hard to retake B. You kind of want to contest B as best as you can. Make sure you can retake it, because if you don't, B is just really hard to retake in general, because there's only 3 points of entry: tunnels, door, and window. Then comes rotation on T side. I don't know. If you're going to have an op, you shouldn't be by yourself, especially if you guys are going to do a split. Maybe send a rifler towards long. Because if there's one guy there, even with a pistol M4, and if he's pit playing that headshot position, unless you're a great shot, you're probably not going to kill him. He's going to kill you. Especially in this MGE bracket. It just tells me that your aims, again, you have decent accuracy, your crosshair placement, and your trigger display is just okay, or need to work on. So maybe come with a teammate that can trade you. Alright, then we come to game awareness. So first one is game sense. I gave you a 1 out of 10. Definitely need to think a little critically about where the enemies can be. For me, it looked like you didn't know where they could be at, and because that sometimes, well, for one instance, when you came out long with the op and you just ran out, you didn't think a guy could be pit for some reason, and he killed you from pit. For some reason, sometimes you just peek wide. You didn't have to. And again, when you were checking behind you guys when you guys were pushing along and slow walking it, I don't know why you did that. Should have just pushed on the site with your team. If they flanked you, they're just gonna have pistols and it's long range, so you have the advantage. And yeah, that's give you 1 out of 10. Looked like you just didn't think critically about, logically and intuitively about where the enemies can be. That's why I gave you that. Next up is economy awareness, and that is knowing what you can buy, knowing what you can't buy, knowing what the enemies can buy and what they can't buy, depending on if they won, lost, if you guys win or lose, blah blah blah. And I give you a 1 out of 10. You definitely need to work on that. You buy head armor when you don't have to. You buy pistols when you definitely shouldn't. And sometimes you just don't know what to buy, what you can buy for pretty much all that game. And I pointed it out when you bought those pistols. I pointed out when you bought head armor. I told you teammates are saving, you should probably save. If they're buying, you should probably buy. Otherwise, you're basically useless. So I gave you 1 out of 10. Then it comes to teammate positioning. I gave you a 2 out of 10. You kind of knew how to play off your teammates, just barely on CT side. On T side, you didn't really see too much of it. If you guys are let's say you and a teammate go long, you guys both don't need to watch it as soon as you make sure it's not a rush. You should rotate off, or your teammate should be rotating off. And if you're gonna be opping from long and your teammate goes to pit and he's watching long, you have a guy opping on A site, you don't need to be watching cat with him. He should be going towards CT spawn, helping your mid guy out, or sending your mid guy towards B so you guys can stack B, because you've already established it's not a long rush. And if it's not a long rush, if they kill your guy, your teammate in pit, that'll give you plenty of time to rotate back towards A ramp or towards the cross area to pick them as they're crossing. So I'll give you 2 out of 10 there. Definitely need to work on that more. Next up is grenades. So did you buy your grenades? 4 out of 5. I think you did most of the time what you could buy. Or if you manage your economy right, you definitely could have bought more nades. So I just gave you a 4 out of 5 there. Next up, did you use correctly? I gave you a 6 out of 15. You threw some pretty good flashes, C side, CT side. Your smokes though, your instants definitely need to work on. Definitely need to use them before you die, because I think there's a lot of times where you died and you just nades. That's why you got a 6 out of 15 there, because you couldn't use them or you just didn't use them properly. And then finally is abuse enemy nades. So that is either dodging flashes, using enemy smokes against them, all this good stuff, or dodging just HE grenades and Molotovs. In general, I just gave you a 2 out of 5 there. I didn't see too much of it. So I couldn't give you a really solid score on that. But overall, this brings you again to a 34 out of 100. Not a very good game by you. You're an MGE, and I definitely expected a lot more. Maybe when it comes to game sense wise and positioning, yeah, you definitely could have done better, as well as playing off your teammates a little bit better as well. And so this is basically my demo review conclusion. Need any more help or you have any questions, feel free to ask me anytime. Anyone else that's watching this I don't know or doesn't have me on Steam, you can always email me and I'll put my email description in the box. All right.